Our guidance counselors, social workers, psychologists, and entire PPS team have been working tirelessly with our students and families to ensure that they receive the same academic, social, and emotional support that they're used to receiving from the Copiague Public School District.
Our support team is still doing some of the same things we were doing before the pandemic, which is providing support to our students in different ways. The way it has changed is how we do our lessons. So before, we prepare all of our materials for in-person, and now we just incorporate a virtual component to our lessons so that we can present that to our students who are only learning remotely. Before, we were able to hold small group sessions. Now they're even smaller. We either do it individually or we work with only a couple of students at a time, but we're still able to teach them the same materials, so they're still getting that same support that they were getting before the pandemic.
As an elementary school counselor, our job is to help all students develop social and emotional skills, and we're still doing it. We've had to change how we're using the computers, and we are making screencastifys, and we are reaching out in ways that we have never reached out before. We are doing it. The students in the elementary schools continue to learn to appreciate education, to appreciate who they are in a community of learners who are diverse, and we are so proud of everything that the students are doing in elementary school.
We work to support our families, the students and the families' mental health, as well as their social, emotional health and well-being. This may consist of giving referrals to families if they find that they're stressed or they need support, or ideas on how to help their children be successful, whether it's with the hybrid school or online school. We help with character education. We do push into the classrooms. Of course, it's socially distant for a limited amount of time to talk about things that the kids really need to hear about, like how to make friends and what to do when they're upset and how to problem solve, especially during a pandemic.
Of course, we've still been supporting our students by doing scheduling, their classes, looking at their plans for the future, but the seniors have really been impacted because they've had to do their whole college process virtually. So we've still done our virtual Road to College events. We've just shifted them from in-person to online. So we worked with the Questbridge students, all of our students applying early, to still make sure they had that support through the college application process, this time just on Google Meet instead of in our offices.
We'd like to thank the entire PPS staff who have really worked tirelessly to support the students, the staff, our families, and our community members during a very difficult time. They've taken the time to reach out to families and identify the needs. Maybe it's food, it's clothing, it's shelter, and also help families to access both immediate and long-term help. We've offered counseling and support to our families. Again, learning virtually as well as remotely has been very challenging, so we want to take the time to thank each and every one of them for all the wonderful things they've done. Thank you.
I would like to thank our entire team, as well as the families, administrators, and students who have worked collaboratively to ensure that we can come up with creative solutions to the new world that we're living in this year.